we have among us Darshana and been working and collaborating with various educational institutions in the animal rights, how important animals are, their well-being, and their well-being in the entire ecological balance. So I request Madam to please have a word with us. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. So this is wonderful to see such lovely young faces. It reminds me of my school days. So I really thank you for inviting me here and to give me this opportunity to talk to you youngsters. To teach you to read more. Now, reading is not just reading from books. You can also get information online now. So reading is not confined to books anymore. So I hope that after my talk you will go and get more information, research, and really find value in today's day. So this is the Charter of Animal Rights by Dada J.P. Vaswani. So he says we have to have the right to live implies complete ban on slaughter of voiceless citizens, the right to food and shelter. Animals should be provided with shelter to protect and preserve them. Right to freedom from human exploitation. Animals should not be exploited for commercial and pleasure purposes. The right to freedom from cruelty, harassment, and physical traumas, and the right to freedom from malnutrition and diseases. There's also the right to love, respect, and protect. That all life is recognizes man's duties towards the animal kingdom, for we share the same planet. Even animals have the right to claim our love and affection. This is so true. If you look at my t-shirt, what does it say? Right. So this planet is ours and theirs too. Okay, thank you so much. So if they want me to lighten that, I will do that. So today I'm going to talk to you about animals in a different way. I know that you are all wonderfully compassionate students, because we have so many students who have passed out from St Mira school who are part of the animal rights movement in India now. It's wonderful to be here. As it is, I get positive vibes every time that I come here. Yeah? So, how many of you really passionately love animals? Wow. Oh, wow. That's wonderful. Thank you. How many of you love animals? Not very passionately, but just kind of love them. Okay. See? Wonderful. Wonderful. How many of you are scared of animals? Okay. So see, there are so many different feelings towards animals, right, that we have. How many of you have pets at home? Oh, wow. Quite a large number. Wonderful. How many of you have dogs at home? Wonderful. How many of you have cats at home? Wonderful. How many of you have rabbits at home? Okay. How many of you have birds at home? Okay. So, see, as it is, we are connected with animals in some way or another, right? But today what I'm going to talk about is not about our feelings towards animals, but what the animals from life. It's always about us being nice to animals. Today we're going to say, oh, if I were an animal, how would I feel and how would I behave and what would I want? Yeah? So today it's like you are not you. You are going to be the cat you love, the dog you love, the bird you love, the rabbit that you love, or any other animal that you love. Let us look at it from their perspective, right? Now, how many of you think that as an animal you would love to be happy? You're an animal right now. Would you like to be happy? Yes. Wonderful. How many of you think that you should be in a cage? None of you. How many of you think that animal you should not be with your mother? How many of you think you should be with your mother? Wonderful. How many of you think you should be free? You should be free and be able to do what you want. Wonderful. See, everybody wants to be free. What are we doing but? Some of you said you have rabbits at home. Yeah? Where do rabbits normally live in nature? Do they live in houses with humans? So would you like to be with other rabbits in the jungle or would you like to be with rabbits at home? Yes. Would you like, as a bird, would you like to be in a cage with humans or would you like to be free? Be able to fly and enjoy life with other birds in the jungle? Yeah. Do we ever think about it? Imagine we keep these animals in cages and we keep them at home. We come to school, we do everything. When we go home, when we feel like having fun, we go and sit with them and pet them, right? So we need to now think as if we are animals. And we need to understand them from their perspective. Do you agree? Wonderful. How many of you eat non-veg? Chicken, mutton, fish, eggs? Oh, quite a few, quite a few. So you are born in non-vegetarian families, am I right? Yes. How many of you drink milk, have butter, cheese, paneer, dahi? The whole class. Yeah, all of you. All of you. Now this is what I'm going to talk about today, specifically about animals that we eat. Yeah? Now tell me, when does any animal produce milk? Any animal, whether it's a cat, a horse, a donkey, a human being, or a giraffe, a cow, or a buffalo, an elephant. When does any animal produce milk? Anybody raise your hand and answer. Raise your hands. No answers? Yes, tell me. After being a mother, exactly, when the animal has a baby. You all drank your mother's milk? Yes, very good. When did your mother produce milk? When you were born, right? Now tell me, why does nature put milk in the body of an animal? Whether it is a human being or a cat or a dog or a rat or a cow or a buffalo or a giraffe or an elephant. Why does nature put milk in the body of that animal? Any answers? Even teachers, please feel free to answer. Yes? Can somebody raise their hand and answer me? Yes. Exactly. It's nature's way of providing food for the baby. Right? So, milk. It is meant to nurture a newborn baby to grow very fast in a very short period of time. Do you still drink your mother's milk? No. So you drank your mother's milk only for a short period of time, and in that time you grew very fast. Yes? And this is true for all animals. Right? Now tell me, if you Any answers? Teachers or students? Yes, you're taking away. Raise your hand. Who said that? You're taking away the food from a baby. You're taking away the cow's baby's food. Nature has put milk in the body of that cow or the buffalo for her baby. She gets milk in her body only when she has a baby, right? And when you take it away, you're saying, baby, you don't drink the milk, I want to drink it. Now, if you are the baby or you are the mother, cow or buffalo, would you be happy if somebody came and took the milk away from you and did not give your baby the milk? Would the cow or buffalo be happy? No. Do you think the baby would feel happy? But you said because you are animals right now, yeah? You want to be happy. All animals want to be happy, right? So what we are doing is not something we would actually do otherwise, right? Now tell me, how often does any baby drink milk? How often? Every 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours? How often does any baby drink milk? Every 2-3 hours? Yes. But the mummy, the cow or the buffalo, who is the mummy of the babies, how often do we remove the milk from her udder? Only twice a day. Can you imagine what we are doing to the mother and the baby? We are forcing the mother to accumulate milk for 12 hours. In nature, what would happen? The baby would drink the milk every 2 or 3 hours and her udder would become empty. Can you imagine 12 hours we are forcing her to collect milk in her udder? How painful that must be. Very painful. Right? Now tell me, when you were a baby, did your mother or anybody tell you, okay, now you stop drinking, this is enough for you? No. Who decided how much you wanted to drink? You. Right? But when cows and buffaloes, what do? We take them to the mummy. The minute they have a little milk, we pull the baby away. We decide, no, only 1 liter for you, I want the rest of the milk. And the baby suffers. Now, can the baby do anything? No, we have a rope around the baby's neck and we tie her away. Is this something nice? It's horrible, isn't it? These are little babies. And why do we do this then? Because everybody tells you need to drink milk, you need strong bones, yes? And you need protein, right? Now tell me, any animal, yes? Does any animal drink milk when they are grown up? Any animal. Do they drink milk after they have grown up? No. Does any animal drink the milk of another species? No. Why? Because nature says you are now an adult, you can chew, and you can eat the food that your mommy and daddy eats. Right? So, what is milk? What is milk? Baby food. It's only meant for babies. Nature intended the mother to have milk only for her babies. And after some time, the milk dries out automatically because the baby starts eating other food. Now tell me, are you babies? Do you need milk? No. Do you need milk? No, you are not babies. Did somebody say yes? Anybody who said yes? Raise your hand. If you have any questions or doubts or you don't understand what I'm explaining, let me know. Yeah, do you need milk? Are you babies? So we do not need milk. Yes? Now let me tell you another thing about milk. When any mammal starts feeding, they start getting teeth, nature says, okay, now you can chew, you do not need liquid nutrition anymore. You can chew, you can eat solid food, right? And our bodies stop producing lactase. What is lactase? Anybody? You must have studied in science. What is lactase? I want somebody to answer. It's an enzyme. Very good. Why does the body have lactase? To digest milk. Right? But when you're 2 or 3, the body stops producing lactase. Maximum till the time you're 4, the body will have a little bit of lactase. Why? Because you can now chew. So your body stops producing lactase. What does that mean? You cannot digest milk. You cannot digest your own mother's milk. Do you think you will be able to digest the milk of another species? No. Now, what is the weight of a baby, human baby, when it is born? It is around 2.5 to 3 kgs. Okay? And in 1 year, what does the weight of that baby become? 7 to 8 kgs. Yes? This is normal. Now, what is the weight of a baby cow or a baby buffalo when it is born? 20 to 25 kgs. When it is born, 18 to 25. If the mother is not very healthy, the baby is not very healthy, 18 kgs. Or even 15 kgs if it's not really healthy. What is the weight of a cow or a buffalo after drinking mother's milk properly every 2 or 3 hours regularly? After a year, 130 to 140 kgs. Yes? So from human babies, from 2.5 to 3 kgs, we become 7, 8, maximum maybe 10 if you're really a hungry child. Yeah? And a baby cow or a buffalo from 15 to 18, 20 kgs to 130 to 140 kgs. Now, can you imagine what is present in human milk and what cow milk and buffalo milk has? Do you think it's the same? Not at all. So, cow's milk contains nutrition for a 15 kg cow, young baby, newborn baby, to become 130-40 kgs in 1 year. Whereas human milk contains very little protein and other minerals and everything, vitamins, for a 2.5 kg young baby, newborn baby, becomes 7 to 8 kgs. And we don't have lactase in our bodies. Right? We are all grown up, we are not drinking our mother's milk. Do you think we can digest that milk? No. So nature is beautiful. Yeah? Nature will not put nutrition in an elephant's body meant for a rat's baby. Right? So if you look at any animal, a rat's baby will get good nutrition from a rat's milk. Yeah? Dog's milk will contain nutrition for a dog's baby. A donkey's milk will contain nutrition for a donkey's baby. Cow milk for cow's baby. Elephant milk for elephant baby. Buffalo milk for buffalo baby. Horse milk for horse baby. And what are we doing? We are drinking milk like it's so important and necessary. we are actually harming our body because we are incapable of digesting it. And because we are digesting it, and because it has cholesterol, it has saturated fats, it has IGF-1, that is insulin-like growth factor 1, which is meant for fast growth, and we are incapable of digesting it, the body reacts. So we get diabetes, we get arthritis, we get osteoporosis, we get PCOD, that is polycystic ovarian problems, we get heart attacks, we get autoimmune problems, diseases. We get a lot of diseases, and then we go to the doctor, and the doctor says, okay, I'll give you this medicine, you have the medicine, but he will never tell you, oh, stop drinking milk. Right? It is like, if you have a fever, you go to the doctor will give you a Crocin and say, okay, you have this and control it. He will not say, oh, you've got dengue, so you need to, the problem is something else, or you've got malaria, or you've got some other, disease. He'll just say, okay, I'll give you medicine, you control the fever. And so what happens? Your diabetes never goes away, your arthritis never goes away, your PCOD never goes away, but it suppresses the symptoms. So you feel, okay, I'm going to have this medicine all my life and I will live. It is very important for us to understand this, right? Imagine drinking and eating something that our body cannot handle, getting diseases and then going to a doctor. So this is something I hope you have made you think. Have I made you think about this? Wonderful. Another thing is, now any animal we said has milk only when she has a baby, right? How is it that a cow or a buffalo keeps having milk all the time? Is it possible? No. So she has to keep having babies. Right? How do they do that? They make her pregnant forcefully. So 2-3 men hold her and they insert the semen into her inside so that she will become pregnant again. So usually we are having milk that comes from a cow or a buffalo that is pregnant and also producing milk. Imagine there are hormonal changes happening in her body. So those hormones come in the milk and we drink that milk and then we have hormonal changes in our body. That is why you will see very young girls reaching puberty at a very young age. You will see children who are obese because there is so much saturated fat. You will see youngsters who are just 20 or 25 years old dying of heart attack or have diabetes or have body ache and things like that. Yes? So these are things that we do not know. Now, if the cow does not produce enough milk to make money, because the dairy industry is selling you milk which will make them money, yes, it is going to make them rich. If that mother does not produce enough milk, what do you think they are going to do? Do you think they are going to take care of her? Give her food and say, okay, doesn't matter, you live here and I will not take your milk, I cannot sell your milk, so it doesn't matter, you're going to live here with me? No. What do you think they do to her? They kill her. And it is horrible the way they transport her, the way they kill her. It is horrible. So every time you drink milk, you are also killing a cow or a buffalo. Right? Now whether it is milk, butter, cheese, paneer, ghee, khoya, mithai, dahi, whatever. Yes? It all comes from milk. And there is milk in almost everything. If you look around, your biscuits will have milk solids. A lot of your snacks will have milk solids. Even wafers, they'll put milk solids. Now, do you know why they do that? Because it is addictive. What is addictive? You cannot stop. You just love it all the time. You want to keep having it. Why? Because nature is beautiful again. Nature has put something called casomorphine in it, in milk, which makes anybody very happy. Why? So that the baby cow or the baby calf will keep wanting to have it. It is in all milks, yes, but the proportion is different. So unless the baby finds it enjoyable and tasty, the baby is not going to drink milk. So this casomorphine makes it addictive, and that is why we say you have to wean the baby away from mother's milk. The baby doesn't want to stop, right? So this is something that we never think about. So now that you have understood this, do you think you will think about what you are doing the next time you want to have tea, coffee, cheese, pizza, paneer? Will you be able to have it with fun? Or will you say, what am I doing to my body? What am I doing to this baby cow? What am I doing to the mother? Will you question it? Wonderful. Now your mother is going to say, you have to have milk. It's important for you. It's natural. It's necessary. What will you do then? Your mom, your dad, they will say, how can you stop drinking milk? Right? So what will you do then? Anybody tell me? Anyone? No answer? Okay, I think you need to tell your mommy and daddy what you heard from me. If you explain it to them, they will understand it, right? And then they will go on the internet and start looking. They will search and they will look and they will find more information. I am sure you will also find more information now, right? So we have some sheets with the same information that I gave you today, but because we are running short, ma'am said that she will get them printed and give them to you tomorrow to take home. Okay? But till then you go and do your research if you get time. Yes? Now, what I suggest is that you explain to your mom and dad what I told you. If you forget, doesn't matter, you'll get the sheets tomorrow. Right? So if today they say you must drink, drink it. You don't want to fight with your mommy and daddy. Right? You love them. Right? So, but you say, mommy, daddy, you need to know this. I got some very important information today and ma'am is going to give us the sheet tomorrow. Okay? So you go and you give that to your mom and your dad and tell them, please read it. We need to understand what we are doing. Now tell me, you were born, some of you were born in vegetarian families. Raise your hands. Oh. So you know that milk is the major thing that you should have for protein, for iron, for calcium. That is what everybody tells you. Then what will you eat? If you don't have milk and butter and cheese and paneer, then what will you eat? Your mommy is going to say, Arey, if you don't have milk, what? I'll tell you. If you look at our traditional Indian food, what is it? Roti, sabji, dal, chawal, cucumber, papad, pickle. Yes? Do not put dahi in it, do not put butter in it, do not put ghee in it, and your meal is complete. Absolutely complete. It has pulses in it, it has vegetables in it, it has fruits in it. Yes? It has everything that you need, your body needs. Because that is what our food, that is why Indians did not fall sick 50, 60 years ago. Very few people fell sick. It was only after we started including dairy and meat and chicken in our diets that so many people are dying of heart attacks, even cancer. Now milk, I said, is what growth fluid, right? It helps you grow very fast. Now if anybody has cancer, what is cancer? It's a growth of cells. What will happen? You have milk, you have a growth of cells, cancer cells. Now you have milk. What are you saying? Cancer cells grow, 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 grow fast. So it is very important that we understand, okay, cancer and milk are so interconnected. Right? Now, those of you who were born in a non-vegetarian family, raise your hands. Yes. Quite a few, quite a few. So, non-vegetarians, you tell me, do you love animals?
Yes.
Do you love cats?
Yes.
Dogs?
Yes.
Chickens?
Yes.
But you kill chickens. When you eat them, what are you doing? You're killing them. You're paying somebody to kill them. But you love animals, don't you? How can you say that you love an animal and yet you're killing an animal? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? No. You eat chicken? Yes? Will you eat dog meat? Wonderful, I got the right answer. Why did you say cheese? Because you love dogs. Right? And you have never seen anybody eating dog meat. Now if you go to China, if you go to some northeastern states, there are people who eat dog meat. Yes? And would you be okay with that? Why not? Because you love dogs. Are you listening? You love dogs, so you will not eat dog meat. Now tell me, if I bring a chicken to your home as a little baby chick, little baby, yes? Is it cute?
Yes.
Will you want to play with it?
Yes.
Will you want to love it?
Yes.
And then when it grows big, will you kill it?
No.
So you need to bring the chicken home and keep a chicken as a pet. You have rabbits at home. Will you kill them and eat them?
No.
You have these pretty birds in cages at home. Will you kill them? You won't. Why? Because you have made that beautiful connection with them. Because they are in your homes. Right? And you love them. Another reason you will not eat dog meat is because nobody else eats dog meat. Right? So why do you eat chicken but not dog meat? Because it is a dominant ideology. Do you know what dominant means? Very overpowering. Yes? This ideology of killing and eating chickens exists all over the world. Everybody is doing it. So it is accepted as something normal. But is killing any animal normal? Is it normal to kill an animal? No. Have you ever seen a chicken being killed? Anybody in this room? Anyone? If you saw the animal being killed, do you think you would be able to eat it? No, because you will realize how much it suffers. Right? So basically, we do not eat chicken because we love chicken, the taste of chicken, but because everybody is doing it and it is a dominant ideology, and because everybody is doing it and it is accepted as something normal, we don't even question it. Am I right? Have I made you think a little bit?
Yes.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I was a hardcore non-vegetarian. I used to eat chicken every single day. I thought I needed my protein. Yes? I never questioned, oh, if I don't eat chicken, How is it that other animals who don't eat chicken get their protein? Where do they get it from? Strange, isn't it? Why? Because I was told, oh, you need chicken, eat protein, you need protein. Why? Why only protein? Why doesn't anybody tell us you need vitamins and minerals and starch and carbohydrates and everything else? Nobody tells us that. And nature is wonderful. Nature will never give you something that has only protein, only vitamins, only minerals, nothing like that. Nature packages beautifully. So nature will put a little bit of protein, a little bit of minerals, a little bit of vitamins, a little bit of starch, and package it beautifully and give it to you. And what do? We mess it up. Yeah? We remove the things like fruit juice. Now nature has put fiber in the fruit. What do? We remove the fiber and we only have the juice. But nature said, don't do that. I put the fiber there for a reason. Or we have coconut. So we make coconut chutney, very good. But then we remove the fiber and we make coconut oil. And nature is saying, what are you doing? Obviously you're going to fall sick. So we need to get close to nature. Right? Now tell me, the chicken that you eat, have you seen the chicken shops around? What are the chickens in the cages doing? Do you think first of all they're happy to be in a cage? No. What are the chickens doing in that cage? Are they running around and playing and are they happy? They're just sitting down. Yes? Have you ever wondered why? I'll tell you. Do you know how old the chickens are when we kill them and eat them? No? Anybody? They're just 40 to 45 days old. So if you compare them to human age, do you know how old they are in human age? They are babies of 1 year, 3 months and 1 year, 6 months. They're babies. But they look big, right? They don't look like babies. Do you know why? Because the poultry industry gives them food to eat that has hormones, so they feel hungry all the time. They are also selectively bred. And they eat and they grow very fast in a very short period of time. It is not natural to them. It is not natural. So actually, it is like a baby which is a year and a half old and weighs about 40-50 kgs. Can you imagine a little young baby weighing 40 kgs? Human baby? Do you think that human baby will be able to stand? Do you think that baby will be running and playing? No, it will be just sitting down. And these babies cannot breathe properly. The chickens are talking about, yes? Their heart doesn't keep up and their legs cannot bear the weight of their bodies. That's why they're always sitting down. Imagine we are killing babies and eating them. Would anybody think that it is okay to kill a baby and eat? Anybody here? So is it wrong to kill a baby and eat? Did anybody explain to you that this, when you were say 4 or 5 years old, when you could understand, did anybody in your home say this is a baby, 40-day-old baby, we are going to kill it and give it to you to eat? Did anybody explain to you? No. You started eating chicken even before you understood what was happening, right? And then you developed the taste for it. It was the same with me. I had no idea that they were little babies. Now, if I bring a little baby chicken here, which is like a broiler, it is 40-45 days old, and I say, okay, this is the baby, I'm going to kill it and give you the flesh to eat. What will your answer be to me? No. You'll say, no, I don't want to eat it, I want to play with it. It's a baby. We all love to play with babies, right? So, none of us were given a choice. Nobody gave us the choice to be a part of this violence. It is violence, it is not food. Killing is violence, right? It is not food, it is violence. Nobody gave us the choice when we were small, saying, okay, this is the baby food of a cow or a baby cow or a baby buffalo, and I'm going to steal it and give it to you to drink. If anybody had explained it to me or to you, I'm sure you would say, no, I don't want to do that. I am not a bad person, right? We are not bad persons. We are not bad people. Your parents are not bad people. This is a system that has been set up by people who can make a lot of money. And then because you eat all these things and you fall sick, hospitals flourish, doctors make money, the pharmaceutical industry makes money. And if you stop all these things and you eat whole food, plant-based whole food, that is without doing anything to the plant, without peeling it, without removing the fiber, without doing any processing to it, if you eat that, your diseases just disappear. Automatically your diabetes will go away, your blood pressure will go away, your heart issues will go away, your PCOD will go away. My daughter suffered from PCOD, and when she started eating what nature is giving us, plant food, her PCOD disappeared, and she was like, how did any doctor tell me this? Why should she have suffered for 8 years and then it disappeared in 6 months? 8 years she suffered from PCOD. No doctor told her, stop drinking milk, don't eat non-veg, and eat only whole food plant-based food. So I want you to go and do your research on whole food plant-based nutrition. Will you do that? What is it? Whole food means complete. Whole food, plant-based, no animal product in it. Yes? So basically, we need to know that we can take our lives in our hands. We don't have to listen to what the world is telling us to do. We can break the shackles of societal conditioning. Society conditions us into accepting all this violence and all these horrible things that we do to animals as something normal. Is it normal? Is it necessary? Is it natural? So, this is what I want you to think about. Now, 25th November, as you all know, is World Vegetarian Day, right? I would like you to go one step forward and go vegan, not just vegetarian, but go vegan. Now, what is vegan? No milk, butter, cheese, paneer, no honey, nothing that comes from an animal. Nothing. So I have been vegan for 6 years, and believe me, I can run up and down stairs now. I don't get tired so easily. I have so much energy now. I need 5-6 hours of sleep and I'm done. Why? Because I'm eating what nature intended me to eat. Right? So you also should do your research. Don't believe what I say. Yes? Don't believe me. It's always best to go and do your own research. Will you do that? Yes. And I don't know how many of you access the internet. How many of you use the internet? Oh, wonderful. How many of you use the YouTube? Very good. So I have a YouTube channel called Plant Powered Darshana. My name is Darshana and I am powered by plants. So Plant Powered Darshana, and you can check out my videos over there. So I go talk to people all the time. I go to schools, colleges, students, offices, anywhere and everywhere. You can check out my videos, and there is a seminar on whole food plant-based nutrition which we hold in catering colleges, institutes of hotel management. You check out, you watch that video and you will understand what whole food plant-based nutrition is. And then you can look for recipes. If you actually see, most of our sabjis and our rajma, chole, dals are actually whole food plant-based. Yes, only thing we should not use oil because oil is not whole food. So, you learn how to cook without oil. Easy. I learned it. So tell me, how many of you are now You think you will stop having milk, butter, cheese, paneer, you will stop eating chicken, fish, eggs. Wow! Wow! Oh my God! I'm so happy! And if you need help, we can have a session with your mommies and daddies so that they can understand better. Yes? Oh, lovely, lovely. So I hope that you have understood what animals are, and if you put yourself in the place of that animal, look at the world from the animal's perspective. Don't look at it as, oh, I have a dog, it makes me happy. Is the dog happy? Is the bird happy? Is the rabbit happy? That is important, right? Is the cow happy? Is the calf happy? Is the chicken happy? Right? Okay. So thank you so much. It was wonderful talking to all of you. So your Prerna Wachan Diwas is something which I think that I have given you Prerna, I hope. Wonderful. So go home, do your research, talk about it, talk to your mom and dad. Yeah. And I hope to see you all again. Vegans, let's go. Vegans. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. We know that success is not a destination, but a journey, believing in the philosophy that victory belongs to the most perseverance. We thank our founder, Sadhya Vaswani, and our guide, J.P. Vaswani, for their countless blessings on us. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. We wish to our hearts, we thank our esteemed guest, Darshana Muzumdar, from all our hearts, and for the wisdom that she has provided and radiated all of us over here with her energy. We will ever remain grateful to you, and we thank you for being with us today. Your eminent presence has indeed made this Wachan Diwas a memorable one. We unitedly thank you for your concern over the school and your passion for animals. Now I call upon our dear principal, Mrs. Anjali Ramani, to kindly felicitate our guest, Ms. Darshana Muzumdar, for the lot of reading and we wish her a good We thank our principal, Mrs. Anjali Ramani, for periodically mentoring and encouraging our students for reading books and also encouraging them for the love of animals. Thankfulness is beginning of gratitude, and gratitude is a completion of thankfulness. Once again, we thank each and every one present here for making this day a grand success. Thank you.
Where you can all say that you want to go vegan. Not for 1 day, not for 2 days, but always, because you love animals. Will you do that? Yes. Wonderful. And I will come and take a picture with all of you one day. Yes? Whoever signs it.
Whatever you say, but children want you to come. Isn't it, children? Now should keep coming? And we have arranged a meeting with your parents surely, and you come and take the pictures, what our children will know about. And in long run, children, vegan is the need of the day, need of the hour, and for good health. Thank you.